Hello. Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening. I don't know what time of the day it is for you. Welcome back. Novella Benedetti is my name. I'm your English coach. And today we are going to have another free English lesson, and we are going to be focusing on vocabulary. So we are going to take a look together at some expressions that we might need to use when we speak about money. And in particular, we are going to have 8 nouns on one hand and 7 verbs. Okay, and that's it for today. So before we start, just a quick piece of information that might be useful for you. On my website, www.novellabenedetti.it, you can also find the Italian version of this lesson. So in case you find it a bit difficult to understand or to follow me as I speak, please refer to my blog in Italian. Also, if you think you understood everything, but just in case you want to double check. What else? On my website, you can also subscribe to my monthly newsletter, Resfab. It's a newsletter I send every first Friday of the month for free, where you get new inputs as to English in order to improve. New inputs always related to music. So here it is. In case you are already watching this video from my blog, well, welcome and thank you for following me. So, speaking about money, first of all, we need to know how to call the money, le monete, le banconote. Of course, moneta is coin, okay, coin. And maybe interesting for you to know that normally if in Italian we say che la medaglia ha sempre due facce and we use medal, they use the coin, the two sides of a coin. So you have one side and the flip side of the coin, l'altro lato della medaglia. Bill è la banconota. And yes, I know bill can also mean the receipt or the invoice when you are at the restaurant, for example, and you want to pay. But yes, bill is also banconota. Now, how do you say when you, for example, you want to buy, I don't know, something to drink at the newsagent that costs €1, you give them €5 and then they give you back €4. How do you call those €4? Il resto, okay, the change in English. You might have heard in TV series plenty of time the sentence keep the change, which is a way to tip waiter or waitresses or taxi drivers, keep the change. Yes. Then those are the first 3 words: coin, bills, change. What about loan and mortgages? Those are the 2 important words related to money and the banking sector. Loan is when you ask for money to the bank for whatever reason, and then you give it back, of course, with an interest rate. Mortgage is when you ask the money in order to buy a house. Okay, so mortgage and loan. You might have heard loan in TV series when they speak about the student loan. I know, for example, in Grey's Anatomy, they use this word quite a lot. Of course, in a system where everything is private, also basic human rights such as education and health. As education, when you want to attend university, either you get a scholarship or you need to pay. You pay a lot of money. I know, for example, in the UK, you're around £10,000 per year. So I suppose in the US must be around $10,000 per year. And they get special loans from the bank, the student loans. So the interest rates are supposed to be lower than whether they effectively are lower or not. I am not sure. Mortgage is just the word you use for bank. For bank when you want to buy a house. Be careful about pronunciation. If you check the writing, it's spelled mortgage. That T you don't pronounce it. You can just happily skip to the next consonant sound, mortgage. Then, of course, every time you pay or every time you want to withdraw money, you use a debit or a credit card. Credit card, we all know what it is. I think you need no explanation. Debit card, I found debit card as a noun a bit confusing because in Italian we just say bancomat. But yes, if you think about it, that's a debit card where the other is a credit card. Of course, I spoke about withdrawing money. That means to take out money from a cash machine in the UK, an ATM if you are in the US. So it's the same machine you take the money out from, cash machine, ATM machine, depending British, American, English. And those were the nouns. We had coin, bill, change, loan, mortgage, debit and credit card, and cash machine or ATM. That means the same. What about verbs? Of course, when it comes to money, you can earn money through your salary, or maybe you sell something on Vinted and then you earn money, guadagnare, earnings sono I guadagni. You can spend money. Yes, you can, I don't know, I went to the supermarket and I spent 30 euros, I don't know. And of course you can save money. Okay, when you don't spend the money, you put it under your bed or in the bank, depending on how you prefer. Last item, you can also waste money, of course. So it's worse than spending. Wasting money, it means that you're really throwing it away. Waste è anche l'immondizia, no? Per cui è proprio lo spreco, sprecare dei soldi, non solo spenderli. So we saw to earn, to spend, to save, and to waste money. And yes, a few minutes ago I got confused between money and time because of this metaphor that time is money. A lot of time you can use verbs related to money to speak about time. For example, you can spend time, you can save time, you can waste time. Okay, it works also with time, not only with money. Then there is a really there are other three nice verbs I would like to share with you. One is to afford. To afford means when you have enough money or you don't have enough money to buy something. So I would like I would like to buy a Lamborghini, but I cannot afford it. I don't have enough money. Non me lo posso permettere. Permettersi qualcosa, to afford. Valere, to be worth. So I don't know, this pullover is not worth the £100, £50 they ask you for it, to be worth. Con l'aggiunta di it può voler dire anche valerne o valere la pena di fare qualcosa. It's not worth to be angry with him. Non ne vale la pena di essere arrabbiati con lui. It's not worth it. Non ne vale la pena. Last verb is to charge. Charge, it's really a nice expression and it means far pagare. I don't know, how much did they charge you in that restaurant downtown? Quanto ti hanno fatto pagare nel ristorante in città? How much did they charge you in the restaurant downtown? So that's it. We also have our 7 verbs, which are to earn, to spend, to save, to waste on one hand, and then to afford, to be worth, and to charge on the other hand. Of course, I didn't write it in my blog, but I mentioned it to you before. If you didn't know it, feel free to add the word to withdraw, prelevare, withdraw. Okay? So, that's it for our lesson today. We spoke about vocabulary and different ways how to speak about money. We saw 8 nouns and 7 verbs. So, nouns, coin, bill, change, loan and mortgage, cash machine, ATM, debit or credit card. And then, of course, we had our verbs to earn, to spend, to save, and to waste, to afford, to be worth, to charge, and, as I was mentioning before, perhaps withdraw. That's it. I hope this lesson was useful for you. If it was, feel free to send the link to your friends. Of course, any kind of support is more than appreciated. If you're on my blog, thank you for visiting my blog. If you're on YouTube, please do refer on my blog www.novellabenedetti.it in case you prefer to double check the Italian transcript of this video. And also to subscribe to Resfaber, my monthly newsletter, in order to get every first Friday of the month some new input as to English, grammar, idiomatic expressions, colloquial expression, formal expression, a bit of everything. Good. Thank you a lot. I wish you a wonderful day. And yes, as usual, if you have any questions, feel free to contact me anytime or to write them down in the comments below. Thank you.